Today is time to finish up the front end, or at least as much as I can do. First off, we're going to attach the steering and caster block. So I'm not going to show you how to put this together because it's only sort of difficult. So I'll just talk about it. There's a pin going through here, the caster block and the steering block. There's a pin going through it, and if I get the camera just right, you can see the metal post or the metal pole right there, kingpin. And there's two clips, one here and one there. You put those on, and that holds these two together. So to install it to the vehicle, you can see right here, there's a little R on it. So we're gonna take the R to the right side of the car, and we're gonna line up two holes. Okay, there's one here, right there, and one on this, right there. Now we're gonna line this up so that I can see all the way through these four holes, just like that. And we're going to take the screw and we're just going to slide it through, just like that. We're going to get the drill here and screw it in. Now you want to be very careful, especially with using the drill, because you can easily strip it out. It is just plastic. Now we can see that it's moving freely, which is nice and good. Now we can attach the links. To attach the links to the caster box, as you can see here, there's a big hole right here and a smaller hole right here. To make that work, we have one of these shoulder screws here, and as you can see, you got a shoulder right there and the threads are right there. So the shoulder fits right through that hole, and then we're going to line it up so that this screws into that. I'm going to get my drill and screw it in. Now you want to be very careful again using the drill because it's easy to strip it out. Even by hand it's really easy to strip it out. So there we go. Time for the other side. With the other caster and steering block attached, now it's time to put the front bumper on. This is really simple. Basically, I drilled those holes right there, so if you got a brand new one, those wouldn't be there. So you have these two holes right here, okay? That just screws straight into the bulkhead with these two holes, and you use these screws with that little shoulder right there. Alright, now for the steering links. As you can see here, this is what it looks like. There's no real upside down or the wrong way. I kind of like to have this little knob sticking towards here more because it's easier to adjust it in. So I'm going to take this screw and I'm going to slide it through here. And I'm going to attach it. Real easy. We're going to attach the front brace. And just to let you know, I went ahead and I got a stainless steel screw set for the Stampede. You can see there. And these screws won't rust out at all. They won't strip. And I have plenty of them to finish this build with the screws. So I pulled out two of these screws. You have that shoulder right there, and they are all hex. So that's why it's hard to strip them out. Now let's go ahead and screw it in. As you can see, there's two holes here and there's three holes here. Well, just two holes are going to be screwed in. It's going to attach like that. I'll go ahead and slide that in. Screw it in. So now we're going to go ahead and attach the chassis. And to attach it to the bulkhead, we need to have these two screws right here. As you can see, they're kind of long, but they're also thick, and they're hex. And again, they're stainless steel, so they won't rust. So to attach it, okay, you have these two indents right here in the chassis. Well, those indents go in between the front shock tower like that, slide in like that, and then these down here slide in like that. And there's two more screws that hold it in right there. But first, we're going to attach the top ones. Now we're just going to screw it in. Time for the lower screws to go in. I'm going to use these screws right here. Stainless steel again, they won't rust. All the screws in the set are stainless steel, so they all won't rust. So we're going to slide it in, make sure they're all lined up, and then we're just going to start screwing it in. Time to attach the steering servo. We want this little knob sticking out and facing towards the back of the chassis, so it's going to go in like this. We're going to line it up and then screw it in. And there's 4 screws to hold the servo in. I don't have the servo saver yet, but that's one item I plan on getting soon.